There is no idea that I might be influenced by this. So if you go by the law, we are in a bleak situation. Instead, for the Romanian parliament and for the Romanian government, together the union of the judges, together the civil society, together specialists from Brussels, from Paris, I don't know, from London, from UK, instead of addressing the Venice Commission, instead of doing all the right steps and solving this legal problem, everybody is afraid of solving it because people will get out on the streets. On the other hand, these people that are getting out on the streets, they say, do not change the abuse of power article. Again, the Constitutional Court, the highest court in Romania, said that this article is unconstitutional. So we have to change it. The people that go out on the streets, they say, do not change the justice laws. They are perfect as they are until now. Why people should be afraid of change? These changes are not done in a secret office, like the protocols between the judicial and the security services. They are done in the parliament, openly, transparently, with people invited to say what they believe, and they finally are voted. If we do not believe in democracy, and we believe in the kingdom of Mrs. Coveshi, it's very simple. We go, we make a referendum, and we decide. But meanwhile, we are still a democracy. Abuse of power is an article that can be used by the DNA to convict anybody, civil, servant, politician, and even private. Because it can be, and they try to use it in private cases against private persons. Again, in my case, when I was arrested in January 2015, I did not have any position. I was not a politician. I was not involved in the political life. So what I'm trying to say is the following. Now we describe important cases, and it's very good. But there are hundreds of other cases that are not known. I am lucky to be here, and I had this opportunity to come here. But there are hundreds of Romanians that are not politicians. They are doctors, they are teachers, they are normal civil servants that were attacked by the DNA. The numbers are incredible. David mentioned the fact that before the elections there was a big attack against politicians. Romania has 41 counties. 38 of the 41 county presidents have a file with the DNA for abuse of power. 38 out of the 41. So, and their cases are abuse of power. Why? Because they signed a document and they said we have to do this bridge or we have to do this road. So this is not bribery. The DNA is not accusing them of receiving bribery behind or something or money. They're just saying, what is the result today? Nobody signs anything in the country because everybody is afraid, from the central to the local administration. I am talking to mayors, I am talking to people that are involved in the local administration, and they are telling, instead of signing this contract and then the DNA will come and pick me up, it's better not to sign anything. And that's it. This is the reason why you see the investments in Romania zero. This is the reason why in 2017 we did not have 1 meter of autobahn or of interstate built. Nothing was built, actually. The only thing that was built was cases.
So false accusation and acting unconstitutionally.
Exactly.
The abuse of office issue is an important one. 42% of DNA cases, on one estimate that I've seen, are brought under the abuse of office concept, which appears in the criminal code without being defined. The Constitutional Court ruling stated quite clearly that abuse of office could only be used to prosecute cases where acts had been committed that were specifically defined as criminal elsewhere in the criminal code. And yet, despite that, abuse of office is still being used in a broad, unspecified way. In at least one case that I'm aware of, again in the UK, a European arrest warrant case against Gabriel Popoviciu. The constitutional court's ruling in this case is simply being ignored in relation to that case and in relation to the European arrest warrant against him in the UK. And it's quite clear that if you look at the cases, some of those 42% cases, that in many cases they relate to acts which would not be considered corrupt or even criminal in most countries.